next move is a variation of the La Croqueta, which is really effective for futsal. So a La Croqueta is when you shift the ball between the insides of both of your feet to get past the defender. But for futsal, we need to be even more deceptive, so we need to give that bait. So what we're doing is that first move, we're tapping the ball. The second touch, we're pushing it. So we want to remain in contact with the ball at all. The final move is very similar to the bait and switch, but we're using a slightly different movement to bait that defender. So what we're doing is we have the foot on top of the ball on one side of the defender, so whether it's your left or right foot, you're dragging the ball back to perform an L drag. So you drag the ball back with the sole behind the standing leg, then push the ball with the inside of the same foot, catch the ball with the sole of the opposite foot, and then you're going to drag the ball back and then use the opposite foot with the inside to push it in the opposite direction. So again, very similar to that bait and switch where we're taking the defender one side, giving them that bait, and then switching the ball in the opposite direction. So let's look at here. So we shift the ball out 45 degrees, foot on top of the ball, drag it behind the standing leg, use the inside, catch it with the sole of the opposite foot, roll it back towards us 45 degrees in case the defender sticks out their leg, and then we push the ball in the opposite direction. So let's look at it a little bit quicker now. So we shift the ball, and then off we sell the defender into thinking we're going in one direction, and then we switch direction of the ball and go completely in the opposite way. So what we're doing with this one, we're using the inside of the foot to push the ball, similar to the La Croqueta movement where we keep in contact with that ball and we're pushing it diagonally 45 degrees. And that's our bait for the defender. We're showing them the ball in this direction. So we push that ball and then we put our foot back on top of it to stop the ball once again. So get used to that movement, pushing the ball, keeping in contact, and then switching it to the sole of the foot. So push and then switch to the sole. And the second movement is dragging the ball back diagonally and then opening out with the inside of the foot in the opposite direction to switch the ball. Moving into the first move here, the fake shot. And you've probably done a fake shot before in 11-a-side football, but to the pitch, essentially the wing of a small-sided pitch. So we have the ball on the outside of the pitch here, defenders typically on the inside of us, trying to protect that inside pathway so you can't go in and take a shot. So what we're doing is we have our foot on top of the ball using the sole of the foot, and we're going to slightly roll the ball in the opposite direction of the defender's goal. So as we roll it this way, the defender will typically stay tight to us and move with the ball. And then what we're going to do is, as we roll the ball halfway through that roll, we then grab the ball again and roll it back in the opposite direction. And then we need to pivot on that standing foot immediately so we can be nice and sharp on the turn and accelerate away. So let's have a look at it here. So we have the ball, the defender comes in, we roll forward, and then we hop again and retrieve it, and then roll it down the line. So let's look at it a little bit quicker here. So we have the ball, we roll, and off we go.